crazy crafters. Are you ready for Krazy Kraftini with Krazy Kreations?
I know that's a mouthful, but it is Friday night and it is that night of the month where we do crafting together.
Yes, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So let's go over what Krazy Kraftini is all about.
Okay, that sounds good. So the last Friday or close to the last Friday of each month, we're going to be featuring a brand new card kit that will be sold for retail, has a Kraftini event, meaning Jackie and I are going to make this card with you and we are going to show you some fun little things you could do along the way.
It's like making one of our card kits with a twist. And we're also going to be enjoying some adult beverages or any beverage of your choice, really.
Hence the word Kraftini. So my name is Kara.
And my name is Jackie.
We are a mother-daughter team and we like to get crazy on Friday nights. So look what we have tonight. What are these called?
These are margaritas.
They're called buzz balls, right? Or something like that.
Yes.
And
not sponsored, okay?
Yes, not sponsored, but we're going to have fun. So grab your favorite beverage, grab your alcohol ink markers, your kit, your paper trimmer, basic toolkit, and we'll be ready to go.
Yeah, so tonight we're making the Girl with Balloons card kit. Now, if you're crafting along, take some time, gather those materials that Kara just mentioned, but if you're not crafting along, we have some great news for you. Number one, you can still have a lot of fun with us. And number two, we have some of these kits available on our website.
Yeah, these kits will be for sale for a while. So they're a retail item and you guys are the first ones that get to do it with us.
So, and there's always replay for this video. And we have some really big announcements at the end of the video, so you don't want to go anywhere.
Really big. So don't go anywhere because we're here to have fun. It'll probably take about an hour plus, but that's enough time to have lots of fun with me and Jackie.
Yes, and we're reading your comments live, so if you want to have fun, chit chat with us, feel free to write in the comments. Okay, so let's take a look at this beautiful card and then we'll get started making it.
Sounds good.
All right, so now we can see the card.
Ooh, this is such a pretty card. This is one of my favorite brand new stickers. I don't think the sticker is available yet, right? Only in the kit?
That is correct. So I'm going to hold it up so we can admire how beautiful it is. This is the Girl with Balloons, and she's kind of hiding behind all of her balloons.
That's because she has a big presentation, you know?
Yeah, so and I love the colors. We've got the dark blue, the mint green, light blue and red, so it's kind of patriotic.
Yes, and just so you know, we are definitely using the markers that are out of the 24 set. So if Penny is live with us, that is the answer to that question.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so now that we've seen how beautiful this card is, we have already done step number one and taken the kit out of the bag. So at this time, if you have a kit, you'll want to remove it from its packaging. And should we see what comes in the kit?
Yes, let's do that. So every kit, most of all the kits actually make 3 cards. So 3 identical cards, that is the supplies that are in there. Now, do you have to make them identical? No, and in fact, Jackie and I are going to put some little twists. So we'll make the first one just like the picture, right, Jackie?
Yes.
And then, so each card kit makes 3 cards. You have this beautiful photo label. It tells you what's included, but it also suggests what alcohol ink markers we're using. Now, alcohol ink is very, very important because those are the markers that enable this card to be vibrant. If you use watercolor or dye-based markers, it may absorb and fade into the glitter. So also included is this wonderful 6x6 piece of cardstock, which we'll be using. But look at all the stuff you get in a kit, right, Jack?
You do. So you've got a lot of papers in there. You have pre-scored cards and envelopes.
Yes, so here are the pre-scored cards and envelopes. We aren't really going to use those right away, so I'm going to put that aside. And then we have all this cardstock in here. Look at this. We have black and this pretty blue and this one which is double-sided here. So both sides are beautiful. And then that white piece that I had talked about, right?
Right, and then you have some instructions.
Yes, so if at any time we're going too fast or you want to review what's going on, we have complete written instructions, including how to cut the paper, right?
Yes.
Okay, then we have, it looks like we have some little bling dots in here. We have a border sticker in here. And look, here's the girl with the balloons. Now, do you want to mention about these little folds here?
Sure. So, in order for these stickers to fit inside of our card kit, we do have to bend them or lightly fold them, but that does not damage the integrity of the sticker. So don't worry if your sticker has a little bit of a bend to it, it's still going to work just like new.
And then, of course, we have our glitter paper. So this is really good premium glitter paper, right?
Yes, handmade by the Krazy Crew.
Okay, so what part do you want to do first? Now that we've seen everything in there, what part would you like to do?
Well, your favorite part to do first is the guts of the card.
All right, so let's make the cards. And am I giving you the instructions?
Yes, you
I'm
are.
kind of afraid to give you the instructions.
Because I might find some mistakes.
No. I wonder why. So we're going to put our stickers, our glitter paper, our cards and envelopes aside, okay? So here's our paper that we had.
All right, so the first paper we need to trim is the black paper because that is the one on the biggest piece, basically.
It's the base piece, Jackie, the base. So just for all of you to know, the way that we do our cards here at Krazy Kreations is the base piece is going to be where we lay all the parts on. So as you can see, that is this black part. And then when we're done, this piece will get glued or adhered, I should say, to your pre-scored card, okay? So it'll fit exactly right on top. But this way it'll be flat when we're making it, right?
Right.
Okay, so what are those first dimensions?
Okay, so Kara, I already see something interesting.
Just let's go. What's the first dimension?
It says 4 by 5 1/4, but that looks like 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Step number 1, we're off to a rocky start.
Here you go, Jackie. We're going to do something fun. She's going to be the cutter, okay?
Okay. We're going to switch roles here.
All right, so we want our black cardstock to be 4 1/4 by 5 1/2.
Okay, you heard it from the boss lady. 4 1/4. Look, it's already cut at 4 1/4. And it's already cut at 5 1/2. So the black piece we don't need to cut. Yay!
All right, so are we going to cut all of these the same and make 3?
Yes.
You could tell that this is our Kraftini because we're very casual tonight. I hope you guys are having fun with that. Okay, so she's throwing the black at me. So we have 3 of these that we don't have to cut, okay? All right.
Oh, if you're having fun, you could always give us a thumbs up or one of those laughing faces. Okay, Polly says she likes a white border, so you can go ahead and trim that if you want a white border, Polly.
I know, Polly. I try so hard sometimes, I tell you. So the next is we're going to trim the plaid paper 4 by 3. So 4 inches wide by 3 inches high. You're going to want to do all of them.
Okay, can I go this way?
Yes.
All right, so I'm going to match it up at the 4-inch mark. Slice by 3.
Now, I believe that gives you 2, right? So are those 2 equal?
Let's see.
You're not in screen.
Oh, yes, they are equal, okay? They're equal.
I think Polly's at a retreat, actually, so I hope the other ladies don't think we're kooky.
They probably think we're crazy.
Okay, you have to cut another one, Jackie. You're slow on the jaw.
All right, we're still cutting 4 by 3. That one's already 4. And 3. Let's see, these are the same. So we're good with that.
Okay, but we only need 3, so now you're going to cut this side of the paper.
Okay, so we have 3 of the 4x3. Now we have this piece left over, and what's it going to be?
4 by 2 1/4.
Right, so that was 4. And now we're going to turn it and cut it to 2 1/4.
And we will review the cuts in just a moment. I'm sure you're not following because it's tough.
All right, so this is 4 by 2 1/4. And we need 2 more of those?
Yes.
Okay. So now we have this piece, and don't forget it has a pattern on the back. So if you need to flip it over, you can do that. And it's going to be 4, so that's already 4 inches wide, by 2 1/4. All right, and we're going to trim this piece to 2 1/4. And now we have 3 pieces that are 4 by 2 1/4.
All right, let's review all our pieces since we were a little silly, all right? So we have 3 of these by 4 1/4, 5 1/2, right?
Yeah, let's move this out of the way. There we go. Okay, 3 of these, 4 1/4, 5 1/2.
3 of these, 4 wide by 3 high.
Okay.
And then 3 of these, 4 wide by 2 1/4 high.
Okay.
That's where we are right now.
All right.
Shall we keep cutting or put that part? Let's put that part together and we'll come back to the cutting.
Okay.
Okay, so are you going to be the assembler too?
I guess so.
All right. So here's our favorite adhesive. Do you want to talk about that?
So this is our Tombow Mono Adhesive dot roller, and the reason we love it so much is because it's really easy to apply, and then you can actually reposition your paper if you don't put it on straight.
Yeah, so it looks like what's going to happen here is this is going to be on the top, and then this piece here is going to be on the bottom. Okay?
Okay, so let's go ahead and adhere those down. So apply your adhesive. Did you bring a refill?
Yeah.
Phew, because I just ran out of adhesive.
That was my brand new one.
Oh, really?
It's probably just not working.
Of course, we would have an issue.
Yeah, really.
All right, so we're going to leave a little black matting showing all around. So it's about 1/4 inch.
Now you could tell this is live because these things probably all happen to you, right? Right.
Well, it's happening to us.
It is, and that was a brand new refill. So what'd you do?
I just rolled it. Okay, so we're just adhering these. Now, if you look at this example here, mine didn't match up perfectly, but if we look over at the sample, we're going to put a border strip there, so that's going to hide that seam, okay?
How many of those buzz balls have you had?
I've had 1 sip.
Okay, I'm going to take over this part. How's that? Okay, so that's true what Jackie said. So let's go ahead and do the others. So keep going. And no, that was my brand new one I brought in. You know, has anyone ever had that happen where you just get a defective something? Well, that happened right now to us.
Yes, while we're filming. Of course.
Of course.
But that's why you always have a backup adhesive ready to go.
How many of you have been at a function where you've run out of adhesive? That's really annoying. And nobody sells it, you know. Okay. And we'll do the last one, right?
Yes, so we're doing 3 all at the same time.
That's because we're power card makers. Okay. I don't know if I like the way that one is. That's why I like my mono, because I can pick it up.
We're glad that all of you are having a good time with us.
There goes Jackie drinking that adult beverage. We've had a long day. Have you guys had a good day? We've had a good but a long day, right?
And it's the weekend.
Yeah. Now, really interesting. We've had like very nice weather, but tomorrow it's supposed to be pouring here. I think I'll turn that over a little. Just want to get it just right, Jackie. Okay. I can see your cuts were kind of weird. Okay, but it doesn't matter for the reasons you said. So I think it's time to put the border on. What do you think?
Okay, let's do that part. So we're going to take out the scallop red holographic border from the card kit.
And that's, I was going to say, and this is why we love these borders, because you don't have to be perfect, right?
Right. They're going to disguise any imperfections.
So on here, there's a scallop, a red scallop, and I'm going to peel that. And it looks like we want the scallop to go down. So I'm simply going to put that right across the center here. What do you think?
Sounds like a plan.
And look at that. Nobody even knows, right?
Right.
And then once it's going to be too long, so you are going to need to trim it.
Yes, so I like to call that trimming the tail, because you should have a long tail left over.
Okay. Now, what's interesting about this is that this piece should fit across that 4 inches. So let's see. So it's kind of nice because then you're a very good scrapbooker card maker when you use all the pieces. It's just a tad small. But you know what? Let's peel another one and I'll show everybody what to do when it's a tad small.
Okay.
So what I love about these is you can go ahead and hook it up and nobody will know that you started a little piece there. Whoops. It's hard to see. This is why Jackie makes me do the hard stuff.
So she's just going to overlap that other strip just a little bit?
Yes, I'm just going to match that scallop. If I could see it. I had it and then I took it off. There. And then I'm going to trim. Okay?
And no one's going to notice.
I am.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, you want to do the last one?
All right, we have one more to go. So we're going to just put our holographic strip on there, line it up, press it down as you go, and trim.
Okay, so that means we have all 3 done. What is our next step?
Okay, so the next step, I think we need to cut some more papers.
Okay, so this is going to be the white and the turquoise?
Yes, so far we've done this background paper, and the sticker, the border sticker. So now we need to do the turquoise, the white, and the smaller turquoise.
And I just want to point out, look how little we used of that border so far. We are going to use this large line here, but look how much extra stuff you get. That's kind of nice, right?
It is.
Okay, so we're going to get our paper trimmer again?
Yes, you have it.
Right. Okay, here we go.
All right, so we need our white cardstock. And it's gonna be 4 1/4 by 2 inches. And I believe we were given a 6 by 6.
Yes.
Isn't that in your hand?
Yes.
Okay.
So 2 inches?
2 inches by 4 1/4.
So let's do the 2 inches first, because if we all know our math, we're going to get 3 2-inch pieces out of here, right?
Okay.
So there's that one, and then this one. And then we're going to turn it around, and you said 4 1/4?
Yes, I did.
Okay, and we'll do that to all three.
So just to repeat, the white pieces are 2 inches wide by 4 1/4 inches tall.
Okay.
And then we need our turquoise cardstock.
All right.
Okay, so that turquoise cardstock is going to be 2 1/4 by 4 1/2.
All right, so it looks like this is 5 1/2. So I'm going to do the 2 1/4 this way by, what was it?
4 1/2.
By 4 1/2. Okay, and I'm going to do that 2 more times.
Yes, so for a total of 3 pieces.
So 2 1/4 by 4 1/2.
And we're just going to repeat one more time.
2 1/4, because I'm saying it because I know what I'd be doing if I were all of you. I'd be reviewing those instructions every time. And 4 1/2, right?
Right.
Okay. Got it.
Okay, so we have the little piece of turquoise. Should we just cut that now?
Yeah.
Okay, so then that will be 1 1/2 by 3/4.
It looks like we could use these little pieces. So 1 1/2 is right here, because I like to use all the little pieces. And you said 3/4?
Yes.
Okay, there's 1, 1 1/2, 3/4, right?
Correct. 1 1/2 by 3/4 times 3 pieces.
Just making sure. There's that, and one more time. One 1/2 and 3/4. So do you want to review all these pieces, please, for everybody?
Okay, so we have the white piece is 2 inches by 4 1/4. So we have 3 pieces of 2 inches by 4 1/4. We have the turquoise right here was 2 1/4 by 4 1/2. 3 pieces. And then we have this itty bitty piece over here that was 1 1/2 by 3/4. And again, there's 3 of those. Everything's times 3.
Okay, so, and that's all we needed, right?
Yes.
Okay, so now I'm going to guess that the white is going to adhere right in the middle of this.
That is correct.
Okay, so shall we do that?
So we're going to take our adhesive and apply the white to the turquoise or the teal or the aqua. This is like our logo color, that blue.
I know, I think it's so happy and pretty, don't you?
I do.
Okay, there's 1.
Okay, we had a question, well, comments from Penny and Carolyn.
Hi Penny, hi Carolyn.
Penny said she cut a piece of backing cardstock on another kit the wrong way and she had to piece it all together. That happens to all of us.
It does, doesn't it?
It does. And then Carolyn asked, why can't you send everything not folded so we can score the paper ourselves? And Audrey answered that perfectly. She said, we do our best to make these as easy as can be. You're always welcome to score your own papers.
Yep.
We try to make it really easy for you.
Okay. All right, so we got these 3 pieces now.
Okay, so now we're going to adhere that to our base.
Okay, so we'll get our base. And we're going to look at that, and then we are going to put this. Now, does it say in the instructions, give a guide, how far over?
About 1/2 inch from the left side.
So just like that.
Right. What's wrong?
We don't have any more tape because of the adhesive debacle.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so are we going to fake it or are we going to get some adhesive?
Well, we should get some, but we'll just kind of do this for now, and then we'll get some. Okay, so everybody should be adhering these down. Doesn't that look pretty already?
It really does.
And you can kind of see how this is going to kind of slide right there next, right? So shall we put our sentiment on first, but we could kind of see how that's going to go.
Yes. All right, we have some adhesive. Thank you. Okay, so lesson learned, always bring 3 adhesives to class.
Honestly, well, I had a whole roll, Jackie. It just backfired on me. Thank you, Audrey. All right, so what about here, you said?
Yep, that looks good.
Okay. Is that straight?
Use your paper as a guide.
Yeah, that plaid. There we go.
Yep.
Okay. And then we'll do this one.
How many margaritas have you had, Kara?
0. I'm working on stress here. There we go. And then we need one more. I just really adore the colors of these papers. And you know, it kind of, that lighter color, this turquoise, I don't think I would have thought of it, but it's in this pattern and it really looks pretty, doesn't it?
I like it a lot.
Okay, done.
Okay, so then after we do that, we decided we were going to put our sentiment in that little strip on the little piece of turquoise paper.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get those pieces right here. And where would we find the sentiment?
The sentiment is going to be on your Girl with Balloons outline sticker sheet. So we're taking that out of the package. And we'll point to where that sentiment is.
Right here. Happy birthday, and happy birthday. Okay? Now, you're younger than me with better eyes, so I'm going to let you do this part.
Okay, so I'm gonna peel with the I'm gonna use my tweezers to peel the sentiment. There we go. And we're gonna place that all the way over to the right, okay? So we're gonna put that right about, what are you trying to tell me?
Toward the top of the paper.
Okay.
All the way up. There you go. I always like to do one to see how it's going to work. What about you?
Good idea. All right, and so the Y looks like it hangs over a little bit.
There, that looks perfect.
Woohoo, we did it.
Yay.
So now we have to do it 2 more times. So I'm peeling these off screen just so I could see it a little better.
So I have to say, taking the Krazy Kreation kits to a retreat is a perfect place. Or if you're traveling to visit a relative or just trying to get away for a vacation, I always take our kits with some markers and my basic tools. And you could do so much things, you know, get so much accomplished and still craft.
I agree.
It's not like you have to try to figure out what paper should I bring. I find that to be the hardest, choosing paper. What do you guys think? Don't you think choosing paper is difficult?
And who wants to carry around that heavy paper with you when you don't know which one you want to use yet?
So that's why I think these kits are the best. And then of course, if someone's watching you, they're going to get excited and say, wow, that's so pretty. How do I do that?
So I'm just putting my last birthday word. And when you're happy with your placement, you can go ahead and take your finger and rub that down. And there we go.
Okay, so now we're going to go back to our border, right?
Yes, so we need the straight border.
Okay, so I'll hand that to you. And I think this is going to go on the very edge of it, right?
Yes, so your sticker might have to hang off the top of the blue paper.
You mean the border sticker?
Yes, that's what I thought I said.
You said the sticker. I was clarifying.
All right, so just like that. And then we're gonna trim the tail, and you can see if we flip it over how there's that sticker hanging over the edge. Really? All right. Trim. And on to the next one.
I think that really dresses that sentiment up, don't you?
I like the sparkle it adds. We could all use more sparkle, right?
Sparkle in our life, that's right.
Okay. Trim. And one more to go. Okay, turn it over and trim. And we didn't even use a full sticker.
I know, that's so nice. I'm going to put that. Now, what I do, I don't know if you guys do this, but I put these back onto the protective layer so I can use it again. So it's perfect.
Okay, perfect. So now what we're going to do is we are going to turn these little guys over and we're going to put them on the card bases. Now that we have some adhesive, there we go.
Okay, we'll take our first one. Does the directions give you some sort of guide here?
Adhere to right side of card approximately 3/4 inch from the bottom of the plaid paper.
Well, I'm just going to put it there, but that was good. Okay, look at that.
Oh, that fit perfectly.
I know. How is everyone doing?
We have some comments I could read. Okay, let's see. Barbara, I have so much paper that it never makes it on a card because I can't choose. I agree. I like to collect paper more than use it. Becky Ann says, I prefer taking kits on craft retreats, much less stuff to transport. Very true.
So true. That is so true. Okay, my last one. Look how far we've gotten.
So that completes the guts of the card. Everything else, except for these little mini bling dots, is done on the glitter paper.
So let's do the mini bling dots just so we got that out of the way. How's that?
Okay, so I have the tweezers, so I'll do these ones.
Okay.
So we have these silver little mini blings, and they're really cute because it just adds a nice little accent on your card where you want some extra sparkle. And we're going to take our tweezers and put 3 on each card. So they're going to go right here by this little sentiment. 1, 2, and 3. And if you notice, we do a lot of things in odds, including our bling dots. We usually do 3 or 5 on a card. You're very quiet, Kara.
Because I'm wondering how much Buzzball you've drank, because these are really funny. They are not straight.
You know what? I'm crafting about 2 feet away from me.
These look darling. Good job. These look like you are on a boat somewhere.
I'm on my own crafting cruise over here.
Oh, honestly. this is how we get at 5 o'clock somewhere. And we used to have a lot of tweezers in here. Now we only have one.
I know, they keep walking away. All right, so we've done that. What's next?
Okay, so I believe we are on to the fun part.
Okay, that must mean the coloring.
Yes.
So what we're going to do is we're going to put these aside, and we're going to need our glitter paper and our outline sticker.
All right, so here's the glitter paper, and this glitter paper is made by Krazy Kreations. And there's one thing that you always have to do, and that is burnish. Now, burnish is another word for a rub. And you want to do that to make sure that the glitter is really velvety smooth. And on top of all that, you remove any excess glitter, right?
Yes, so it's going to make it shinier, smoother, better.
Yeah, and this is just so fun because it makes all that bling happen.
So what I like to do after rubbing it is just give it a quick little tap, and I know it's ready to go. After you've done that, we're going to peel our girl with balloons and put it on the glitter paper.
Now, as a side note for everybody, a lot of times, especially when we were at the show, people would say, how much glitter paper do I need? So I just want you all to know that there is a formula. So if you were to put every single thing on this sticker sheet, 4x9, it will all fit on a 6x6, okay? But because we have some things that we're not putting on, we should have extra room.
Yes, so we should have plenty of room. So start by grabbing the outline of the design. It looks like Kara's starting from the top of the image.
I am. I'm starting from the balloons and I'm working my way down. Now, because this is a little large, it could be a little staticky, but the way that I've always done it is I like to dangle it from my finger, and then I do something called sweeping, where I kind of sweep it on. It goes right back in shape, but I kind of like it that way. Now, if you're somebody who wants to try to maximize, maybe you want to go this way, but I'm just going to go like this. What do you think?
Looks good. Then you kind of put your other hand down and release it, and it's going to relax into place.
Now, I never really rub it down again until I put all mine on, because maybe I want to pick it up and move it. That's one nice thing you could do with the glitter paper.
So we're going to peel all 3 of the girl with balloons.
And again, it's kind of staticky like that, but all you have to do is dangle it. They're very friendly, don't you think?
They are. And then I have learned if you really have a staticky sticker, you can breathe on it and it will help it. Breathe like
a huh. Yeah. You know, we used to do that with what? Some sort of ink or something. Forgot what we did in the old days. Okay, so I'm not sure this one is going to fit like this. Yep, it looks like it is. Look at that. That way we can look at them all the same way. Look good?
It looks good.
All right, so what else do we need?
We need clouds.
How many?
Let's see. Each card has 2 clouds.
No, it has 1. We're doing the top.
Okay.
Okay, so these are so small that I like to try to utilize my glitter paper. How about you?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Jackie showed you my surprise. We'll talk about the inside in a bit, okay? Let's see. What do you think? Like this?
All right, Carolyn just ran out of tape runner.
Oh, Carolyn, I feel for you. I hate that. And that happened to us, but Audrey was our savior. I hope you have some nearby. Okay, what else do we need? It looks like we need a few of these here.
Yep, so I count 5 hearts.
Okay, I'm only going to put 5 on, but you guys are going to need 5 times 3. What is that?
15.
I'm
Last time I went to school, it was 15.
Like you're so old, right? 1. I'm using my tweezers now because I got to tell you, they are so much easier. What do you think?
Yeah, especially for the smaller stickers, it really helps to have those tweezers.
Now this is what I mean. If you want to lift it up because you haven't put it down, do you see how easy that was? I just lifted it up. Trying to see if I could get those 3 right there. And then I need 2 more, you said?
Yeah. And then I have a trick to show everybody.
All right, we want tricks. Is it a good trick?
They're always good tricks.
I think the hardest ones are going to be these hearts to cut out. So you'll have to take your time. But I think they look cute on there, don't you?
It's like it's raining hearts.
Okay. There we go.
Tracy cracks me up. She said, oh, to be Jackie's age again, whatever age that is.
Yeah.
It's a secret.
Okay, I think that is very good. What do you think?
Yeah, so now I'd like to share my trick with you. So when Kara was peeling her stickers, I noticed that in this little small area of the girl's arms, those little tiny inside pieces were stuck in 2 of the designs, but not in the 3rd. So we can use our tweezers to just kind of pick those out. And then we'll see that little space that's supposed to be there.
This is an adorable sticker. I just love it.
Barbara said this is one of her favorite all-time kits.
It is really cute.
Okay, perfect. So now that we've done that, you can see there's a big difference. Now we can see a white space. We're going to take our finger and burnish over the stickers. And I like to take it one step further and flip this over and rub from the back.
Now you're doing that because the glitter is a very friendly surface, but you need to make sure that the sticker is adhered well on there, or you may have bleeding when you're coloring, meaning the color will go under the sticker if it's not adhered on there.
That's right, and we don't want that. Even though we're going to cut these out, we still don't want bleeding. There we go.
Okay. Now, I am going to let you know already that we are using the 24 pack, and so the colors were on the package, but we are going to need a skin color.
We have that.
Yay. Okay, so where would you like to start with the balloons?
Okay, let's start with the balloons. So we are going to need some reds, blues, and it looks like a light green.
Yes. So in order to make this color out of the 24 pack, we're using GOO and BO2.
All right, so BO2 and
GOO. I don't know if I could reach that. There, you got it.
GOO. I'm going to get all of my colors out right now.
RO3.
RO3.
R17.
R17.
And BO9.
BO9.
So these are the colors for the balloons. There are 5. Here, I'll take it.
I got it.
Okay.
We have limited table space here. Okay, so I'm going to start by coloring these beautiful red balloons. So we're going to need the R17 and the RO3. So dark red, light red.
And it's handy to have a piece of scratch paper, like a typing paper or something, to just dot off any color to clean your brushes, okay? So just any piece of scratch paper.
Okay, so now we're going to start with our reds, starting with the dark red first. What we're going to do is we're going to go balloon by balloon, and we're going to start by adding the dark, the shadowed area, and then blending with the light. Then we'll move on to the next balloon, okay? Okay, I'm going to hand the phone to Kara so she can read all of your comments.
Okay, and Jackie's going to be the colorist.
So I'm going to start with this one right here.
Ooh, we better be careful because Vicki is on Zoom with 5 other people all watching you.
Wow, that sounds like fun.
I'm sorry we were a little crazy in the beginning, but now we're getting our rhythm.
So I just laid down the dark red where I wanted a shadowed area. Now I'm going to go in with the light red, and we're going to touch the tip to the edge of that dark red where it stopped and drag that color up.
How much pressure are you using?
Light to medium. And there we go, beautiful. 1 balloon down. So now I'm going to go over to this balloon. And I was reading some comments about ages on there, and we're all young at heart.
We are young at heart.
As long as we craft.
Yes, well that is really pretty. Now, just for those of you who may not be familiar, your images will dry a little different than when they're wet. So sometimes if you want to go back and make them darker, you can do that after they dry. We try not to do too much over coloring until it gets a little bit drier, right?
Right. Now you're going to have a better result just doing 1 balloon at a time like this. And I'm leaving the caps of my markers off so I can switch back and forth between the dark and the light. But the reason it's going to look better is your ink stays wet in that area.
Yeah, so Jackie, can you repeat again what you're doing? Because I know you're used to it, so you're going a bit one after the other. So let's just make sure everybody's keeping up.
All right, so I'm just taking my dark red marker, my alcohol-based marker, and I'm going to apply the dark red ink where I want the shadow on the balloon. Then I'm taking my light red marker, and I'm going to the edge where that dark red stopped, and I'm pulling that color across the balloon. So that's how it blends together. Then I'm going to another balloon and I'm repeating the whole thing over.
Now what if somebody didn't like how they colored it? Maybe you can do a repeat and kind of show, like go over one that maybe you'd like a little darker.
Oh, okay. Let me finish this one. So if you want to have a darker red balloon, we can add more dark red. So let's do that to this one over here. Just go over the section that you want to be darker. Add more of your dark red color. And then go back with your light red and blend it out. And you can see it looks a little bit darker now.
Yeah, so you always want to do that blending with the lighter of the 2 colors.
Okay, so I'm just doing a couple more balloons. Now these balloons are pretty small, so I feel like they're easy. Okay, let's see, did I do them all?
Why don't we count?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, okay, this one right here.
Yeah, that little tiny one, huh? Oh, you forgot a big one?
Yeah, I forgot a big one.
And then there's 8 1/4 or something, because that little tiny one.
Yeah, I didn't count that one. I already did it.
Well, now we know how Jackie makes sure she knows what's going on. She could count. How fun is that?
Okay, now we've done all of them.
Yay! Now look how easy that was. And how many of you, by the way, this is just a question, color everything and cut it out at once? Or do you color one and then cut?
I color everything on the paper and then cut them out last.
Me too. I do that too.
Okay, so are we just coloring one girl today?
No, keep going with, no, we're not going to do all the balloons.
Okay.
We're going to do different dresses.
Okay, gotcha. So we're going to stay on this image and do the blue balloons now. So we're going to do the same technique with B02 and B09. So the B09 is our dark blue, and we're going to apply that first where we want the shadow on that balloon. And then we're going to use our B02 And we're going to blend that color up into the white space.
It looks like most people like to color everything and then cut.
I think it makes the most sense.
Yep, it does.
Okay, so now we're coloring a balloon in the lower left area with the dark blue. And then we're going to go back to our BO2 and blend that out. And we have one more blue balloon. The other balloons are teal.
So once again, do you want to talk about what color you're using?
BO9.
BO9 with BO2 being the lighter.
So up until now, we've shaded with two of the same colors, light and dark. So light and dark blue and light and dark red. But now we're going to mix it up.
Yeah, so I want to talk about this first. So when we're coloring here, a lot of thought goes into what would make it look really vibrant. So I bet a lot of you, when you're picking paper and trying to color, sometimes it's hard to pick how you should color the images, what colors to use, right? That does get, a little tricky, and believe me, there have been many times that Jackie and I will do it once and we don't like it. So one of the things that I take my cue from is these colors on the paper. So if you notice, there's the blue and the red, and then there's this teal kind of color. Now we don't have teal in our 24 pack, but we do have it in part of our 140 colors. But because we try to stay in the 24 pack, you have to kind of ask yourself how to make teal, right?
Right, so what colors are we using to make teal?
Okay, so what you want to do is you want to use BO2 as the dark color and then GOO as the light, and that's going to give you a teal.
Okay, so we're going to do the same technique, but we're going to treat BO2 as the dark and G00 as the light. So let's start with this balloon up here in the upper left-hand corner. I have my BO2. And we're going to put that color where we think a shadow would go, so towards the bottom of the balloon. Then we'll take the G00, which is a very light green. It's like a pastel green.
Almost like a minty green.
Minty
right?
green. And we're just going to lightly touch that area where the blue ended and then color the rest of the balloon.
Now here's another clue. When you look at markers and they're called BG, that would be the teal color. BG is blue-green.
Right.
So by mixing a blue and a green, you're going to get that blue-green. Now, if you use more blue, it's going to be more teal or that turquoise color. And if you use more green, it's going to have more of the green in it.
So I'm actually going to go back to my BO2 and just go over where the two colors met just a little bit, very lightly. And there we go. So now we're going to do that to the remaining white balloons here, okay? Starting with the BO2. And then moving on to the GOO. I say O even though it's a 0.
I say O too, I don't know.
There we go.
Kathy and Penny are sharing their ages.
Uh-oh.
I'm not too far behind you gals.
All right, so now I've added the BO2 to that balloon, and I'm going to use my GOO. There we go. That just looks so pretty.
It is beautiful.
BO2 again.
So pretty. Now these will lighten up a little bit when they dry.
Okay. Alrighty. There we have it. Those beautiful balloons.
Oh my goodness, look how pretty this is coming out. Isn't that just gorgeous?
I love it.
And you know what I really like is it looks like it's going to be somewhat easy to cut out as you follow that border. So that's kind of nice. Now I know Carolyn is a big fan of the scan and cut. So she actually cut all her images first and then she colored. So she used the machine. So I'm pretty sure a lot of people out there are very jealous.
Yes, I love using that scan and cut for these images. So if we look at our sample here, we are going to color
her skin. Do we have WGOO?
Yep, we sure do.
Okay, let's start with that.
I was going to do it all one color.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't going to do any blending on her skin.
Okay, you might want to let everyone know what color you're using.
This is WGOO. Mm-hmm. So it's a flesh color.
Now it depends what color flesh you want because all of us are different colors. So you can make her darker, you could make her, you know, whatever color you want. So we're just using this very light tone right now.
Okay, so now we have the dress.
The dress. Okay, so it looks like we're still using colors in our 24 pack.
Right.
So we're using now we're going more toward the navy-ish or denim looking, right?
Yes. So we have B47 and BGY03. So BGY, just so you know, means blue-gray. Were you going to do the dress?
No, you could do it. This time it's standard shading.
Okay. All right, so we're starting with our darkest color, and that's the B47. Now, this blue is so beautiful.
It really is. And I just want to give a shout out. Penny's letting me know Suzanne also used her scan and cut. Yay, Suzanne.
Oh. So there's a little bit of a shadow underneath her arms, and then there would be one at the bottom of her dress.
So Carolyn, if you want it lighter than WGOO, that's pretty light, but you can just put a little bit on and then use your colorless blender to spread the color.
And now that we have our dark color down, we're going to use our BGY03.
And yes, Christine is asking, will there be any plans for a skin tone and hair? I'm going to throw in the hair part. Class. So yes, I am just about finished with my brand new stickers that will highlight skin and hair, and they're really cute, but I haven't had time to work on them because we've been making a little bit of staff changes here. So I am going to get back to that as soon as I can, and then we will have a skin and hair. So I would predict within a month. Okay?
All right, so we finished blending the dress. I used the BGY03, but if you want to make it a little bit darker, you can add a little bit more of the B47. And you know what's cool about these colors is it kind of looks like a denim dress.
Yes, I like that.
Now remember, if you go back over it, you want to be very light pressure because we don't want to lift any of that glitter off.
Now I think we ought to do the cloud.
All right, so for the cloud, I'm going to rotate my paper, and this is the little cloud. It's B02, which is light blue, and then 00, which is a colorless blender.
You should see Jackie. She has all these pens everywhere. How about you guys?
She took my marker. Okay, so B02, we're just going to add a tiny bit to the cloud inside some of these swirls.
Yes, you just want just like a shadow. So shall we hold that up just so everyone can see? Do you see that?
Yeah, just a tiny bit. Now we're going to take the colorless blender, which has a 00 on the cap. And we're just going to kind of blur where that blue line hits. So we're just trying to fade it out a little bit so it looks softer. And there we go. There's our cloud.
Okay, wait, Barbara, what's happening? Major mess here. What's going on? Let us know. We'll try to help you. She says major mess. Did you have too much Kraftini beverage? Okay, let us know. We'll try to help. All right, so then now you forgot our shoes, Jacqueline.
What color are the shoes? Dark blue?
Yes, dark blue.
Okay, you took my marker again.
Oh, you're referring to your crafty mess. Yes. Major mess over here in Jackie's area. So now I get it. I'm really relieved it's not your project. Perfect. Okay, that was really fun. Now we also have these hearts. And just to let you know, the hearts are pretty much a single color, red, 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 and blue, blue, okay? So you could do them any colors you want. You can take your cue from the balloons. Sound good?
Sounds good.
So one of the things that I did want to share with you is to kind of liven this up. Sometimes it's fun to do a little bit different with the dress. What do you think?
Yeah, so we wanted to show you how to create some funky patterns on her dress.
All right, so I'm going to let you do the first one with the colorless blender.
Oh, thanks.
Sure. So you can go ahead and color this just like we did here again, right?
Yeah, so these are optional if you want to just color them all the same way like we did the first one. That is up to you. We are going to be experimenting, so just be warned. It's experimenting.
So maybe you want to watch.
Okay. So we're going to use the dark blue, and we're adding the shadows. Shadow, shadow.
So this is what we've done already.
Then we'll take our BGY 03, and we're going to blend. Until we like how that looks. So I'm pulling from the bottom and I pulled from the top. Alright, so I'm happy with her dress. Now, the first way we wanted to alter her dress was creating some, what?
Some what?
Some polka dots.
I'm going to remove this black piece because it's been bothering me. Now, I think one of the nice things about doing this, or one of the key little tips, is you should kind of wait and let this dry for a minute or so. Okay, so what does the colorless blender do?
So the colorless blender is this pen right here, and it actually removes color. So the name is very misleading. So if you make a mistake while you're coloring, you can push the color back inside of the line, or you can make a really cool pattern. So it's gonna push the ink away from wherever you apply this, okay?
Yeah, so let's say we want this dress to have polka dots. What would we do?
All right, so we're gonna take our blender, and there's actually two sides to this pen, a brush and a fine nib. And for this technique, I would use a fine nib. How about you?
Yep.
So we're gonna open that up. You'll see a little bullet nib here. And we're gonna just press that down and kind of go in a tiny little circle. And you'll notice we have a cute little polka dot. So now I'm gonna scribble that off onto some scratch paper. And then we'll do it again. How cute.
Yeah, so you can actually add a pattern to the dress by just adding your colorless blender, dot, 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 take your time, and pretty soon you're going to have a cute dotted dress. I think that's fun.
It is fun. So light pressure. And make sure you're cleaning, cleaning, cleaning. That's going to remove all of the blue ink from your marker.
Okay, so I was kind of also experimenting earlier, and around those little dots, you could kind of make a little pattern.
Okay.
Do you want to see that? Now, I really suggest you all maybe not do this until you really like it, because maybe you'll have to pull your sticker up or something. But I was kind of wondering, what would it be like if you kind of made like a little red dot around the white dot, and it kind of gives like a little dress pattern, you know what I mean?
Interesting.
So, yeah, so it's kind of like a pattern there.
Okay.
What? You don't like it?
So it's up to you if you want to leave it plain, just do the white dots, or take it to the next level with the red.
Okay. Now, here's another suggestion. Going back to that light blue, that was the light in here. If we colored this dress over here with the light blue, you know how sometimes you go light, dark, light? Well, I'm just going to go light, right?
Okay.
I'm just adding some color in here.
With BGY03.
And then I am going to add just a tiny little bit of shadow. Not a lot, because I'll show you what I'm going to do. I don't want a lot, but I want some, because without shadow, it doesn't always look very professional. You know what I mean?
This adding shading really creates dimension on your images instead of it being flat.
Okay. So we'll kind of go like that. I don't want too much. All right, does that look all right? Now, what I could do is I can make a plaid, but like I told you before, it's best to kind of let it dry for a minute. So to make a plaid, you can go ahead and you can take different colors. So shall we go with the dark?
Yes, so dark blue.
Yes, so we're going to go with this B47. Now the thing about a plaid that's tricky is getting the line so that you like it. So I tend to go diagonal. And I tend to start outside my area, okay? So I would go like this. Okay? And then, let's say I want to add a different color the other way. What do you think, Jackie?
So now she has dark red.
And when I cut it out, it's going to look good. What do you think?
Looks good.
So different ways to make the dress, okay? And you could keep adding another color like I don't never know when to stop, you know, that's kind of my thing. And maybe I'll add this little light blue in here. Okay? When you cut it out, imagine it's going to be really cute. See that?
Yes.
Okay? I just wanted to give you all some different ideas, but again, this is the way that we're recommending for the card itself. But because you guys are Kraftini people, I have to tell you, I love this pattern. And then this is really cool too, okay?
So let's do a poll. Which version is your favorite with the dress? 1, 2, or 3?
Oh, that's not fair because your balloons are all done.
Well, we're just comparing the dress.
Okay. Now, the end of the project would be for all of you to cut this out. Suzanne and Carolyn have you beat on that because they cut theirs out first. And then we're going to put it on the card right here. And look how pretty that is. So the girl with the balloons is going to go here, the cloud, and then some hearts. But because we're Kraftinis, we can also decorate the inside of our card. Look at that. So if you remember, I believe we had some extra paper, right? We did. We had 3 of these pieces from when we cut. So using your extra cardstock, and I believe we also had quite a bit of blue if you wanted to use this color as well. But what I did was I went ahead, put a piece on the bottom, and then I used some of our extra borders that were in there and another cloud that we didn't use, and here are the negatives of the hearts. Isn't that cute?
Very, very cute.
So it's like bringing this to the inside and then you can write your note.
Or you can write it over here.
Oh, Miss Contrary. Okay. So does everyone kind of get a feel? Take your extra pieces and be creative. But I totally love the cloud with the negative hearts. And I love using our borders.
Yes, you have a lot of extra border stickers from your kit that you can use on the inside of that card and dress it up.
Yes, and this paper is so beautiful, isn't it? And even if you put these two together, or I'm sure you can come up with your own version. Okay, so that is our Kraftini card. What do you think?
I think that was so much fun. So your homework is to finish coloring your girls with balloons and cut them out and put them on those card bases that we made together in the beginning of the video.
Now, did you and Audrey come up with a challenge, or should we make one up on the spot?
We don't have a challenge.
So let's make one up on the spot.
Okay.
Because we want all of you to finish your cards. We're going to give you, what, the weekend? Or a week?
A week.
1 week. Oh, Jackie is so generous. 1 week. We want to see your cards. I want to see if you want to give us your standard card that we did together, but I want to see your version as well. So if you could show me your dress version or your inside, and then you're going to post it to
Krazy Kreations Crafting Groupies. So Audrey says we do have a challenge. Oh, and she has a hashtag for us, so perfect.
All right, so are you going to put it up?
I don't have a graphic, but I have the hashtag.
Okay, what's the hashtag?
Hashtag is Krazy Kraftini Balloon Challenge.
Okay, so Krazy Kraftini Balloon Challenge. That's a lot, but okay, I like it. Audrey, you're on your feet there. Yay.
So let's repeat one more time. So you're going to finish your cards, take a picture, upload it to our Facebook group, Krazy Kreations Crafting Groupies, and make sure you use the hashtag so that we can find your post and maybe we'll pick you as a winner.
Yes, so what I'm going to do though is I'm upping it. I want to see the one we did together and one other one with your creative take, whether it's the dress or the inside of the card. And I'm going to give a bigger prize than we usually do because I'm making you make 2 cards to post.
Okay, so there's got to be 2 cards in that photo.
All right, so is that fair, everybody? Are you excited? We're going to give away some great prizes, okay?
All right, sounds good. So again, Krazy Kraftini Balloon Challenge.
Now, are you ready for the surprise?
Yes, so we have some really fun announcements for you. Let us know if you're ready. You can give us a thumbs up. These are really fun things coming your way.
Okay, let's go. Number 1.
Number 1, our next Kraftini. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, let's do the other one.
All right, so we are starting a collection of buttons.
Yes, button. Who has the button? And we will be coming out with a way to display your buttons as well. But we all know you like to collect buttons, so the Kraftini will have a button, and Audrey has designed this just for you guys. Are you ready? Here's what the button looks like.
All right, so this is coming soon to the Krazy Kreations website. So this is like a little token for you to remember that we all had a really fun night here on Krazy Kreations Facebook and YouTube making this adorable card. What do you all think? Isn't this just so cute?
Isn't that darling? I think Audrey did an excellent job. Let's give her a hand or hearts. And it's just so wonderful. But when will this be available? Within a week, right?
Yes, so this will be on the website really soon.
Okay, that's like 1 week, okay? So if you took this class and you want to start collecting which ones you've done with us, here's the button for you, and it's adorable.
Very, very cute.
Okay, the next Kraftini. Here we go. Are you ready? This will be our next project. Look at that.
Wow, look at all those beautiful colors.
Yes, I love it. So again, another brand new sticker. This is a geometric heart, but rather than coloring each individual little piece, we're going to do that gradient, what do they call that? Ombre kind of look. And I just think that's so beautiful. I love the papers. And this is going to be a card kit, but all of you are going to be in the know how to do it. And during class, we're going to experiment with different ombre colors.
Yeah, so this is like a rainbow heart. It's a brand new outline sticker. It's called a geometric heart.
Yes, so if you want to purchase the next Kraftini and get that going right now, I believe we put it up on our website.
Yes, so you can purchase this kit right now. It's $13.49. There is not a photograph yet because it's so new.
Yes, it's fresh off the press, like at 4:59 tonight. But I just think it's beautiful. Look at the papers, and you're going to get these scallop borders, but the coloring is going to be awesome. And again, we're using colors out of that 24 set, so you don't have to buy anything additional. You just need to get your card kit in, and then we'll have fun. So the next one will be May 21st, will be the next Kraftini.
Yep, at 5 p.m. Pacific time. And I just have to tell you how much I love these colors and this paper. It's so springy, and I just love it.
Yes, me too.
All right, that was such a fun time tonight. I hope all of you had as much fun as we did. We had a few giggles, but we made it through, and we made the 3 cards.
Yeah, we started off a little, I don't know, shaky, but I did have so much fun, and I hope you did, and I hope that I really want to see all your creativity out there. That's what makes us feel good, is when we could touch and inspire all of you. So don't forget to post those pictures, okay?
Yes, don't forget about the challenge. We also have that brand new Kraftini kit, Geometric Heart. And then we have that button coming really soon. And this is something we're going to do for all of our events, I think so. So let us know if you're looking forward to collecting those buttons.
Yes, so don't be the one that doesn't have the button, because we're not always going to refresh that. So you want to get on it when you want it. Otherwise, it may not be there.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Well, we had such a fun night. It was a great kickoff to our weekend. Don't forget, we have a class tomorrow as well.
We do. It's Mother's Day cards, and we will be announcing the next class during tomorrow. So in the meantime, have a wonderful evening and stay safe, and we will see you tomorrow. My name is Kara.
My name is Jackie, and thanks for joining us for Krazy Kreations.